I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option, due to unusual rain and thunder, baby I wonder, would you just put your sweats on for me? Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for you. Let me lay a great time on you. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high, hands up high. Tell them turn the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you off. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and your girl in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good, came home and sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. I know you what you want. Oh, what it just put it in the song. Alright.
Yo, we back, you feel me? Welcome to the S.C Experience, aka boy Eric, man, and we back with another live, you feel me? And I'll do another live tomorrow again. Tomorrow is gonna be previewing Sunday's game. But most importantly, today is more of a just see the latest news and rumors and topics of today. And um, before we get into all that, there is something I need to address, and I need to address on behalf of myself, not for anybody else. Everybody else could handle their own. Um, for me, I'm a first shout out whoever's in here so far, and see if more people come on. And before I address it, shout out to EJ Raider, man. What's good? Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Shout out to Dominic Five. What's good? Good to see you. Shout out to SVT Vasquez. I guess he's at work. He's at work. Shout out to SVT Vasquez though, man. Hope all is well. Shout out to Westside Media. What's good, brother? Hope all is well. Salute chat all the way from Mexico. Shout out to Mexico and Raw Gas, man. Shout out to George C. What's good, George C? Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Alfredo's up in here. What's good, Alfredo? Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Shout out to Ja Raider. What's good, Ja Raider? Hope all is well with everybody, man, and everybody that's in here so far. Shout out to Big Worm as well. Blessings to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys for coming on in early afternoon. You feel me? Shout out to Terrence, the King of Mods. What's good, man? Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. But yeah, and like I said, don't worry. It's not gonna be the whole live where I talk about this. It's only gonna be for the most 5 minutes, because I ain't about fucking a whole live dedicated to a person. I'm just not that person. Shout out to Brad Laps. What's good, man? Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Shout out to Ray Love, man. Good to see you as well. Hope all is well. Shout out to everybody up in here, man. And let me just address this real quick. So there was a live that surfaced, and if you know, you know, and if you don't, I'm sorry. You gotta figure it out, right? There was a live that was brought to my attention when I woke up yesterday. A live that was about an hour talking about what happened on Monday. And if you don't know what happened on Monday, you would have to go back. I don't delete none of my videos, so you guys could go see what happened. At the end of the day, I ain't the person that said it. That's number one. Number two, I even gave a disclaimer that whatever was said was said. Number three, I'm not gonna tell another grown man what to say or what to do, or a grown woman what to say, what to do. Let's keep it a stack, y'all. Whoever I bring on my platform is who I bring on the platform, and they got their own opinions, they got their own mouth, they got their own say, and that's just how it is. And I said this. I literally said this at the end of the live, and I guess people just clicked off after the middle of it. But if you go look at the live, I literally said whatever was said was not by me. That's number one. Like I said. Number two, like I said, I'm not gonna tell another person what to do. I'm just not. I'm not anybody to tell anybody what to say, what to do, or to shut the fuck up. I'm not that person. I'm gonna let people speak their mind, and if they want to say what they gotta say, go after them. Don't go after me. Now, this is where I get brought in because my name was dragged, and yes, they didn't say my name, but they said it indirectly, and a lot of people could pinpoint, and people were sending me all these different things, and this is what I gotta say. At the end of the day, everybody knows how hard I work on this channel. Everybody knows. And Alfredo, if you're lost, it's cool, bro. The people that know. But for me, everybody knows how much I dedicate myself and my time and my stuff to this YouTube stuff. I take this very seriously. If you guys didn't know, I actually am going to school for journalism, communications, and all that in college. And I'm actually trying to get a degree in all that to get to where I want to go. So at the end of the day, um, anyone in the chat, tell me who spoke on SC, and I'll watch that live later. Okay. But this is what I'm gonna say, right? For people to drag my name and say that I'm clout chasing or whatever the fuck the case may be is the craziest shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. If anybody really watches my live single day, every single day, I bring in people that deserve 1,000. A lot of the people I bring in are not even top, as far as subscribers goes and stuff like that. The reason being is because if I eat, everybody eats, right? So me, I bring in people like Gabe and Earn because they deserve a lot of more attention to their channel because they deserve it 100%. People like Ben that don't get that much credit. These people I bring on my channel for a reason and because we got so much chemistry together and we could do stuff together, right? And talk back and forth. So for people to think that I'm out here switching sides or switching this and switching that is crazy to me because if anybody knows, I rock with myself and myself only most of the goddamn time. I don't search for people. I don't go after people. I don't hit up people to be on my channel. The only ones I really hit up to be on my channel is the ones you see on my panel. And it's crazy to me that people are even coming at me like that. It's fucking mind blowing. And I could say so much shit, but I don't choose to because I'm not that type of person. I'm not gonna dedicate a whole live on somebody, and I'm not. And I get it. People could defend themselves. That's understandable. But when you start bringing all these people in indirectly, that's where I come in because it's like that's not okay. Because everybody knows the truth about me. Everybody knows what I bring to the table, and it fucking sucks that I'm even out here trying to go. I mean, not even back and forth. I try to defend myself because the fact that people actually believe what they hear is crazy to me. We talk so much about how don't believe what he says, she says type of deal, and go get both sides, but then people pick sides, and people think that I'm out here trying to make people choose sides. At the end of the day, I never once told anybody to choose sides, and anybody could bring any single thing to the table and show me receipts where I even made people pick sides. I got receipts of people making people pick sides, but I'm not gonna bring it on air because it's not that serious in my opinion. At the end of the day, I'm who I am, and that's what I'm gonna say, right? And it's facts, bro. And it's crazy, bro. If you guys look on Tuesday's live, I never said a word about anybody. I never did. And the reason why I even said and this is the reason why I even said this. I said specifically, I said, if you guys want to know the truth, go hit up on T6. The reason I said this shit is because I wanted to dead it and I wanted to stop it and then go back to football. I literally said, let's go back to football. So for people to come at me sideways saying that, oh, I'm the one saying shit, I never said one shit about anybody publicly out of my mouth. People could speak on their own. Go target them. Don't target me at the end of the day, bro. I'm not about that. I'm not, and I don't want to hear this shit about I'll beat your ass and do this and that and the third, bro. At the end of the day, a lot of people ain't about it, bro. And I ain't gonna act like I'm about it either. At the end of the day, life is too short to even go back and forth on this bullshit. And that's why I'm not dedicating this whole life towards somebody, bro. I'm not. I'm not that type of person. I'm not that, and that's it. Let me see. He was more upset you didn't put an end to it. Felt like you encouraged it, but I don't think that's what you tried to do at all. EJ, and that's the thing, bro. I'm not the type of person to tell a grown man what to do, bro. I'm just not like that, EJ. You know this. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows that I'm just not like that. I'm not gonna tell another person to shut the fuck up. If they got anything to say, they got anything to say. At the end of the day, I ain't controlling another person like with the controller and telling them what to say or what to do. And that shit wasn't even planned. So the fact that people sometimes think that it was planned. Come on. I got so much other things to care about than fucking somebody. So this is the only thing I'm gonna say. Don't believe everything you hear. And I'm not gonna sit here and like I said, dedicate a whole life towards somebody and say he says, she says, I got proof, I got stuff, but I ain't gonna bring it to light because there's no point of it. I'm dead in it right now. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm defending myself because the fact that people think I'm really cloud chasing this stuff is crazy. Just look at all my lives. Look at how people move. Look how people say. And some people, and you know what's crazy, bro? Just look at lives, y'all. Just look at lives, and you will see who is echoing somebody else's takes, and then tell me who's really cloud chasing at that point. Me, anything you hear out of my face, you don't really hear anybody else talk about it. So for people to think that I'm jumping ship and I'm doing this and I plotted, I didn't plot shit, bro. I don't got time for that shit. Let's be honest. So at the end of the day, that's all I'm gonna say. And if you support who you want to support, you can. I'm not gonna tell you who not to support, who not. If you fuck with somebody, you fuck with somebody. That's just how it is. You guys have the chance to click that subscribe button to me or anybody else and go support whoever you want. I'm not gonna hold a grudge. And there is one person that went into that chat that I seen that was talking shit, saying that I was a train hopper, whatever, which is crazy to me because I don't know. I mean, go bring up a live where I was doing that. So that's all I'm gonna say. At the end of the day, blessings to everybody. Blessings to everybody that's even in the situation. I hope they grow and get their subscribers up and stuff like that, and get stuff like that. Um, and I hope blessings happen to them and their family. And I wish nothing from the best for them, good health and all. And that's all I'm saying. If people still want to slander me after what I just said, it's crazy to me. And I'm not gonna talk about it no more. The other people could talk about themselves. So that's all I'm saying. And let's go to the Raiders. Let's go. Let's go with the Raiders. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to Bugsy, man. What's good, Bugsy? Hope all is well. Shout out to Ray Love up in the building. Alfredo Raider Wait, what's good, man? Salute to you, brother. Much respect to you, brother, for even popping in. I appreciate you. Hopefully, everyone could take a moment and work out the differences privately. And like I said, if this person wants to hit me up behind the scenes, you can. You have my Discord. Yes, I have you blocked on Insta. I go cap. You could send me a DM on Twitter and handle it like grown men and send me a message and let's dead everything. Because at this point, life is too short and it's been months. And if you want to be a grown man about it, hit me up and I swear I'll reply to you and we'll handle this behind the scenes and we'll be fine the next day. I promise you. But if you don't want to dead it and you that's on you. I'm giving you an opportunity. I will dead everything. I will make sure everything is good because life is too short and I don't want to do this back and forth shit. But I ain't about that, like I said. So shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Anthony Estrada, man. What's good? Good to see you. Sorry, title. What's next? Hopefully another win. That's what it is. We'll talk about it right now, man. I got you. I just wanted to establish something. Shout out to Bugsy. Shout out to Alfredo, man. Shout out to everybody in here, man. We're gonna talk about some Raiders shit. You already know what it is. Um, Derek to a car told me to say all that stuff. Don't waste your time on the weirdos and haters, Eric. It's all good, man. They're not even weirdos or haters. I'm not gonna even go that much extent, but at the end of the day, I just had to defend myself a little, right? Shout out to Jesse Cardenas. What's good, man? So let's go with SVT. Shout out to SVT. How are we feeling about the Seahawks, brother? So, I'll give you my answer, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go live again, a Thanksgiving edition tomorrow, where I'm gonna talk about the Raiders and Seahawks preview. But I'm feeling pretty good about the Seahawks. The thing is with the Seahawks, they got a lot of young talent, right? Somebody that I two people actually that I actually scouted. Um, Breaking down tape when it was draft time. It was Kenneth Walker, the third, and it was Tariq Woolen. Two guys that bring a lot of things to the table. With Tariq Woolen, he's a tall, fast guy, 6'4" guy that could bring speed, and he has pretty good interceptions for the year. Pretty good rookie season actually. So that's somebody that we got to pay attention to. 6'4". They'll most likely put him against maybe Adams or maybe Mac Hollins, right? It only makes sense for a tall guy to go against a tall guy, right? As far as the defensive line goes for the Seahawks, it's pretty damn good. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst, right? We're the worst technically sacks wise. But besides that, something to really look at. Something to really look at when it comes to the Seahawks is their offense. Geno Smith is a product of Pete Carroll. So when I hear bring Geno Smith to the Raiders, he'll look good. I just think that he's a product of Pete Carroll. If you look at his career and you look at Geno Smith's career, it hasn't been the greatest. He hasn't that many snaps. He hasn't done anything too much until he came to the Seahawks and was under Russell Wilson. I believe 1 year or half a year, and then Pete Carroll helped them out, and look at what happened, right? Russell Wilson ain't doing too good, and Geno Smith is having, believe it or not, an underrated MVP season. Believe it or not. He's got a lot of weapons. Kenneth Walker came to his own, another guy that I talked about, a running back out of Michigan State that looks pretty damn good and has that speed to accelerate and get past the touchdown line, right? The red zone. He's that type of back. A bunch of 100+ yard games, multiple TD games, and this guy brings a lot to the table. Opens it up a lot for the pass game. Now you got DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated wide receivers out there in the league. He brings that deep threat, and that's what he does. DK Metcalf is that big possession receiver that could bring a lot to the things, right? So um, for me, I feel like it's 50-50. SVT Vasquez, if we play our game and we play our best to our ability and we take what we happened last week to this week, I think we could do really good, right? I think we could do really good, right? Um, Let me see. Give me a second. There we go. Sorry, I'm watching the World Cup too, y'all. If y'all like the World Cup, man, I love the World Cup. You feel me? That's something that I'm very passionate about. But anyways, back to this. Um, I think that overall we have a good chance of beating the Seahawks. But like I said, we previously played people like the Colts that we should have beat, Saints we should have beat, all these people that we should have beat, and we didn't. We played to our opponent. So I'm not gonna say I feel confident, but I feel good enough for us to take what we got from the Broncos and that whole team together and bring it to the Seattle and beat them, right? So I think I'm feeling good. I think we match up against them good on paper, but it's another thing on the field. And Pete Carroll is the better head coach, and we'll talk about a little bit more tomorrow. But they got a lot of young talent out there that balls out for them. Shout out to Dodgers everything, man. Nobody better be fucking with my little bro. Shout out to Dodgers everything. I appreciate you, brother. Nate Hobbs coming back. Yes, that's another thing that we're going to talk. Nate Hobbs is coming back. It looks like it's going to be more later on this week that they'll say if he's fully activated to the 53-man roster. But the fact that we're getting Nate Hobbs back is a big factor because Rock Ya-Sin is coming to his own, and he really is if you check out his stats. But when you look at Nate Hobbs, he's a true number one. You put him next to Rock Ya-Sin, I feel better about the secondary than just shove a Meek Robertson over Anthony Avery. You got yourself a secondary. Mm, would it be a lot of drama, guys? I have a good feeling about this team going forward. Then post game celebration meant more than a win. That post game celebration did mean more than a win, and that's why I feel like I'm not going to talk about playoffs because I got to see more wins. But we can only play the person in front of us, which is the Seahawks. If they could take what, like I said, I'm gonna keep repeating this even tomorrow on the next live on Saturday. Is if we could take what we did on Sunday and that whole team together stuff and bring it into Seattle, I really think we have a good chance of winning. But hey, we beat the Cowboys last Thanksgiving, and no one thought we would. That's facts. And yeah, tomorrow I'll have a Thanksgiving special, Raiders versus Seahawks preview. It's gonna be something to really be cool. This I'm gonna give a big thanks to everybody, of course, man, because I'm grateful for a lot of things, and I'll talk about what I'm grateful for tomorrow. And hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. Willie Wayne, what's good, man? Good to see you, George C. What are the Sea Chickens' defense on ranks? So as far as Seattle goes, let me actually see. Seattle is practically by the looks of it, mm, they are right next to us. They're actually tied with us in points per game. Well, about tied. We give up 24.2 points per game. Seattle gives up 24.1. So point one difference between the two teams right here. As far as total yardage, Seattle gives up. They're just right next to us on defensive rankings. Um, they're right above us, right? They give up 370 yards per game total, rushing and receiving, rushing and throwing actually. And then we give up 370.5, a point 0.5 difference there. As far as rushing, we give up 122.9, they give up 140.9. So their run defense is worse than us. So we're neck and neck on points per game, or we're neck and neck in total yardage. But when it comes to rushing defense, we got the edge on that. But they do have a really good running back over there. Tariq Woolen will be a guy to worry about because he tall and can ball, and that's what I'm saying. He's one of those great guys over there, right? Um, USA and LAFC, Eric, you already know what it is, man. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Shout out to Raiders 805. Eric, coming from an OG, you are one of my content creators. Keep it up, young goat. I appreciate that. Raiders 805 means a lot to me, brother. Hey, shout out to you, man, for even being here. And shout out to the kind words, man. Means a lot to me. Um, hey, I don't know what it is, SVT Vasquez, but when Ochoa plays in the World Cup, he's a wall, bro. He's just in his element, bro. When he's in America and in club, he's not that good. But when he comes to playing for Mexico, he puts it all in the heart, and that's what a lot of players need to take notes of. A player that plays for his country and plays for the people, and that's exactly what Ochoa determines, man. Stack them Lunchables means stack them likes, man. I appreciate everybody. Yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and just because you don't agree with someone doesn't mean you have to disrespect them in any way or make them feel less than. And you see, Dominic Five, I debate with people all the time, and I don't disrespect them. You know this. You could check up all my lives. I debated people in the chat, and it's been a civil debate. It's cold and it's raining on Sunday, so I think both teams are going to establish the run, and that's the thing. SVT Vasquez, something that we're going to talk about a lot tomorrow. Is the fact that Kenneth Walker the third and Josh Jacobs is a good running back matchup. You got a young, young guy, a rookie that is out here balling out, and you got a guy that's also young, but in his third year looking good and rushing pretty damn good. So at the end of the day, this is gonna be a good rushing matchup. We have the edge on defense. Our run defense is better than theirs, but that doesn't mean that Kenneth Walker can establish. All he needs is a few openings from the offensive line that he got in order to really beat you with speed. Shout out to Omar Juarez, man. What's good? Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Japan's win is more impressive than Saudi's. I know. That's two upsets, bro. Japan beats Germany and Saudi beats Argentina. Messi goes down. That's crazy. Um, and the thing is with Argentina is they need a gel, bro. You could tell that they're not gelled. Shout out to Cool Kev. The Seahawks run defense is bad. We should be able to run the ball. And that's what I'm saying, right? K9 is a beast. Containing him should be a focal point. That's facts. What a damn block from Ochoa. Something about Ochoa, bro. That's great. I meant to say one of my favorites. It's all good, man. I appreciate you, brother. I know what you meant. I appreciate you. Also go Maze and Blue. There you go, man. There you go. Spain looking scary. 7-0, bro. 7-0. So I got somebody backstage, man. He usually joins me, man. And yeah, he's usually the co-host on the West Side Experience. Comes a lot. Hopefully the other two people join, and if they don't, it's all good. And you already know, man. West Side.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Brother, how are you?
Hey, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Yep. Just want to let everybody know, Black Saturday is going to be lit this week, as you can see behind me. Go ahead and pull up because wait, was it that one right there? Yeah. I think somebody's
Hey,
need some
don't say
help.
too much because I already did it. I already talked about it in the beginning, bro. Hey, if you want to go stay tuned, go support Ben on Black Saturday.
Okay.
But yeah, Hey, at the end of the day, bro, better keep talking Raiders football. You feel me? But hey, Ern. So how you feeling, bro? I know tomorrow I'm gonna have you again if you could join me. Raiders versus Seahawks preview tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day as well. Um, but besides that, early afternoon, same time probably. How do you feel about overall Seahawks and what they bring to the table? Just a little bit of a trailer of like what you feel about the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, Gino, I don't know a lot about Gino. I haven't like actually watched the games or nothing. I just know that they've been winning and he's been looking really good. His quarterback rating, I believe, is over 100. But
Mm-hmm.
like usually if you have a quarterback rating that high, you have a number one receiver that you go to. And looking at their roster, you would assume that it would be Metcalf or Lockett, right? And it is, but it's so equal. These guys but they're only averaging 68 yards a game per each of them. I think, wait, one's averaging 61, the other one's averaging 58 or something like that. But the thing is, they're spreading it around to everybody, to Will Disley. They're spreading it to backup tight ends, fullbacks coming out of the backfield, and their running backs are real active in the passing game. So what I haven't really paid attention a lot to the Raiders this year is how are we defensively against running backs in the pass game?
Facts. And let me actually, hey Twan, let me actually send you the link, brother, if you want to join us. Let me actually get Twan in here.
I have
Um,
a feeling that running backs are going to be very, very
uh,
not effective, but they're going to get a lot of
and,
targets.
and just predicting, right? I'm gonna give you. I already know the answer, but I want to see what you gotta say. Um, Out of Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, who do you think leads in touchdowns and receiving between both of them? Just predicting it, just by you guessing, because I have the answer, but I just want to see if you could guess
So
it
a
right.
normal person would say DK, but looking at DK's numbers, like I didn't look at his touchdown numbers, so I didn't cheat.
You're
I
good.
know his average passing yards per game is what I really looked at. Um, it's probably going to be Lockett because I think defenses are
Yeah.
locking down more on DK this year.
Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. Tyler Lockett is leading. He's leading the team in receiving yards, average. Actually, not average. DK Metcalf average is more average, but for Tyler Lockett, he's had less targets, six less targets than DK Metcalf. Has one more touchdown than DK Metcalf, and also he has more yards after catch than DK Metcalf by about less than 10 yards. DK Metcalf has fumbled twice and lost it twice, and Tyler Lockett has fumbled once and lost it once. So all it really takes is to hit him pretty good to make him fumble. But besides that, Tyler Lockett, like I keep saying, he's one of the most underrated deep threats in the league, bro. And he doesn't get as much credit as DK Metcalf. And I said this last year. A lot of people were talking about go trade for DK Metcalf. I say go trade for Tyler Lockett, bro. Tyler
Lockett is a
Lockett,
big play guy.
and when he's healthy, bro, he's the real deal. And the reason why DK Metcalf gets a lot of catches as well is because of that deep threat, it opens it up for the possession receiver as far as DK Metcalf goes and Tyler Lockett. Imagine Tyler Lockett in our system, right? Tyler Lockett is somebody that could take the top off the defense and has pretty good damn hands and is a good red zone target. So he's on one in what you want. And now I see what Seattle's doing, why they didn't trade any of their wide receivers, because Pete Carroll had a plan for Geno Smith, and Geno Smith is actually performing pretty good. Like Ernst said, I think he leads the league in QBR rating. He's been sacked 24 times in the season. He has 2,474 yards, 7.8 average, 54 being his longest touchdown. He has 17 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. That's a fucking amazing ratio. 17 to 4. So I got somebody else backstage, man. You already know. Ern kind of plugged it already. You'll see him on Black Saturday. And if you look to the on your screen left, but Ern's right, his logos to his right, hosted by this guy here, man. Somebody that I support heavily, man. You already know, man. Raider fucking Ben up in the building. What's good, Ben?
Oh, I like
Good,
that
Aaron.
backdrop.
It's good, Aaron.
I like that backdrop,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
I like that
Clean
backdrop.
that.
That shit lit.
It's cool, bro. Cause like when I do my own show, it sucks because I can't do a green screen. So like because you guys know how like I run my show and how I have like all the fucking all that shit going on with like the chat. I got all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since I have to use my camera through motherfucking OBS, or not OBS, but StreamYard, I get that shitty ass green screen. I don't get to use my professional green screen. I can only use my professional green screen on other people's shows. Obviously, you see here's my green screen.
Yeah.
But the only time I really use my green screen now is like when I do like my play-by-plays when I have my green screen on.
Yeah.
So other than that, I don't even get to use it, man. But thanks for having me, Eric. As always, bro. It's an
Of
earn.
course,
It's
man.
always a
You already
pleasure. You know
know.
what time it is. Chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What's good?
Hey, shout out to Twan, man. Hey, he says he's in dialysis, man. Praise to you,
Prayers
brother,
to you,
that you
Twan.
come out healthy and stuff like that, brother. And I'm glad. Hey, I'm grateful that you're even here, bro, supporting me while being there, man. So I appreciate you. Shout out to Farham, man. Shout out to Graham Cam. Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Um, I'm not happy winning against the Broncos. Come on, man. Come on, we gotta win, bro. That must be a Niner fan. Oh, well, he said it for me. All I know is Seahawks kicked our ass the last time we played. Not sure about a W this week. They're always tough, even with sorry ass Gino. And like I said, Gino, the reason he's so good is I give a lot of credit to Pete Carroll, bro. People kind of say another Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, right? When Tom Brady left, they said, "Is it Bill Belichick or is it more Tom Brady?" Same thing with here. Is it more Pete Carroll or is it Russell Wilson? And to me, what my eyes say is more Pete Carroll than it was Russell Wilson. So, not discrediting Russell Wilson, but just based on this season, Geno Smith is having better than Russell Wilson, and this is first time Geno Smith fully is taking over an offense. So Ben, I'm giving the same question to you, bro. I know tomorrow I'm gonna have my preview, and I know you're previewing later today, right? I believe
Yeah, I'm gonna do my show later today. Yeah.
later today. So,
Yeah.
just based on so far, a little bit of a trailer, I guess, a little bit of a sneak peek. How do you feel about Seattle, bro?
Seattle, they're a good team, man. I'm not super high on Geno Smith. I think he's having like a career year. I don't think we can. I think you hear that all the time. But I really think this is probably going to be the best year of his career ever.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
he's that good, to be honest, bro. He's playing his ass off. I'll give him credit. I don't think Geno Smith has ever beaten the Raiders. I don't think he beat us as a member of the
No,
Jets.
I don't think so.
I know we played him when he broke Eli Manning's streak when he was a member of the Giants, and we beat the Giants. So contain DK, you know what I'm saying? Tyler Lockett don't really scare me. He's like their possession guy, third down guy, red zone guy, but eliminate their big threat target. Bracket DK. I think having, supposedly Nate Hobbs is supposed to practice this week. We'll get his game status later in the week. But bracket DK and do what we've been doing all year. Just stop the run. Put the ball in Geno Smith's hands. Force him to beat us. He can move around a little bit. They are very heavy in terms of wanting to run the football. They lost Rashad Penny. He's done. So I think the only person they have now is that Kenneth Walker kid or whoever that running back is. He's a good back, but I think we can stop him. Stop the run, contain Metcalf on defensively, and then offensively, man, just do what we've been doing, man. Josh Jacobs and play action to Devontae Adams. Both the Devontae Adams touchdowns against Denver, you feel me, came off of play action, including the game winner. Derek Carr is one of the best play action in the NFL, period. And it all starts with getting Josh Jacobs going. So, yeah, man. So, bracket DK, get after stop the running back and then run the ball and then get the ball to Adams. I think it's pretty simple, right? It seems like it's fucking simple every single week.
And then we complicate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We complicate it too
the
much.
Raiders overcomplicate shit.
Yo, they like to use they like to throw all three of their tight ends, Noah Fant, Will Disley, and Kobe Parkinson.
Yeah.
They use all three of them.
Looking at them right now, Noah
Fant's good.
Yeah, Noah Fant. He's the third best receiver that they got. Well, receiving as far as receiving yardage. He only has one touchdown, but most of the touchdowns are going to the tight ends if you combine all their numbers. Will Disley has 3 touchdowns in the season, less yards than Noah Fant, but they have been using, like Ern said, their tight ends a lot. And besides that, you go on the defensive side of the ball, and I talked about a little bit of this guy before. Leading the team actually in interceptions is Tariq Woolen. I talked about Tariq Woolen in the offseason. I wanted him badly from UTSA because this guy is a 6'4" guy that has the speed to come back in case he gets burned, and that's just how it is. So, in my opinion, I think Tariq Woolen, I'm watching him against any of our receivers in a matchup there. We already seen what Devontae Adams did to Patrick Surtain, and Surtain, in my opinion, is better than Tariq Woolen. I don't know what Seattle's going to do if they're going to put Tariq Woolen on Mac Hollins because Mac Hollins is a big body receiver and Tariq Woolen is a big body corner. That would be the smartest decision. But they also have another guy that I scouted, and I always talked about how he didn't have the best of Senior Bowl, Kobe Bryant. and it's Kobe spelled with a C. Another rookie coming out of, I believe, Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. A really good corner, in my opinion. A good third, fourth round, fifth round, which he was picked later on in the round. The only factor that why I didn't want him on the Raiders was because of his Senior Bowl, the way he played. He got burned a lot by second, third string receivers on the opposite end. But for Kobe Bryant, he's another young rookie on that secondary. So they have a lot of rookies across the board. Their best safety is of course Condre Diggs. We heard that name before. Um, uh, and besides that, they got Shelby Harris from the Broncos. They got Boye Mafe, the old boy from what fucking college did he come out of? I forgot. He came out of the draft. He was a good speed edge rusher, outside linebacker. So enough with me talking because I'm talking a lot. What do you guys feel about the overall rookies on this team that Seattle got? I mentioned some of them. They got much more, and a lot of them are starters. So how do you feel about what's the best way to take advantage of these rookies come Sunday? And anybody could start on this one.
Go ahead, Aaron. I just got
Put,
done rambling, bro.
putting veteran, you got to put veterans. Like try to get Devontae matched up on Mike Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Their left corner, or I mean, I'm not really scared of Woolen because Devontae's skill set. Devontae is real shifty and he's like hard to tackle, that type of thing. And his footwork is amazing. So that's gonna fuck with Woolen. I don't know. I can't really say I don't really know much about Will. I'm just saying, assuming he's a rookie and he's going against like the cream of the crop, that's automatically a mismatch. But really looking at their depth chart, anywhere Devontae is going to be a mismatch. My thing is, can Mac Hollins give us anything? What have we seen out of Mac Hollins lately? Even in our wins, have we seen anything from Mac Hollins? I mean, I know he showed up a few times in the early part of the season, but like, I don't know. Um, I'm looking at their defense. A notable name stands out for me. Uh, Will linebacker Bruce Irvin. He's backing up Darrell Taylor, but he's back in Seattle.
He
I don't
old as
think that's
fuck.
gonna be. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be too big of a impact. But yet and still he's there. Quentin Jefferson is there as well at left defensive end.
Yeah, they got
I
their
like
D
him.
tackle back, the same guy that we had last year.
Jamal Adams is on IR. Other than that, well, all of their guys, they don't have anybody that's going to be like last minute game decisions. Their only injury where they're really nicked up is Damian Lewis at left guard. But to answer your question about their rookies and stuff, I'm just play Raider football, bro. Pound that ball, throw to Devontae, and shit. Everybody else can try to get in where they fit in. That's our winning recipe. That's what we did last week, right? You know what? I haven't even thought about that until now. Our winning recipe against Denver last week was run Jacobs, throw to Devontae, and everybody else get in where they fit in. And that's what I've been saying the
Motherfucker's
whole
been a
season.
winning recipe since week one.
Huh?
I said that's been the motherfucking winning recipe since week one, and the Raiders just don't fucking do it.
That's what I'm saying. That's been our winning recipe. But when we go with it, we win. You notice that?
Yeah. It's fucked up, bro, because like I don't know, but
We can see
I
it. How come they
definitely
can't?
I can definitely say I was one of the few people going into week one after that week one game that I was not mad that they threw the ball to Devontae Adams that many times a game. There was no, we need to stop forcing him the ball. Stop forcing him. No, bro. If he's open, you get him the fucking football. He's the best wide receiver in the league. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to kind of talk about Eric's. He want to talk about those rookies. So Tariq Woolen, bro, put Devontae on him. Force him to cover, bro. Force him to cover, bro. I think Woolen's a fast guy. I just think that with the way that Adams can run routes, it's gonna have him on his heels a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's really, I guess, not the offense's choice who guards who, but I like that matchup. You know what I'm saying? If Devontae Adams can do what he did to Patrick Surtain, who's probably arguably the best corner in the NFL, I have no hope that guy's gonna stop. I have no doubt that dude's not going to be able to stop Devontae, bro. And then that running back, man, I think that dude, that kid's good, man. He looks a lot like Damian Pierce, like a poor version of Damian Pierce, like not Damian Pierce, but he looks like a good little young running back. But who was that brought that comment up? Let me look in the chat real quick because I seen a really good comment about somebody. Yeah, I see Nate said it. That Uchino Uwosu guy.
Yeah.
That guy is the motherfucker that fucked us up last year on the Chargers, bro. In both games, he fucked us up, bro. So yeah, we got to watch out for him. But yeah, really, I don't think Woolen's gonna be able to guard Adams. I really don't think. I think like you said, bro, they're probably gonna put him on Matt Collins, especially because he's a young. Do they even have any veteran corners? I have to look at their depth chart, bro. They're gonna have to try to put their best cover corner on Adams. I don't think Woolen's their best cover corner.
Yeah, they have
Their
Kobe
other corner is
Bryant.
Mike Jackson and Justin
That's the
Coleman.
other one. That's the other one.
Yeah, then they may have to
They got both rookies starting, I think. Kobe Bryant and Tariq Woolen. I think Kobe's more of the slot, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, tomorrow's gonna be the full preview. I'm gonna have more stats, more actual stuff from
Okay, I
baseball
don't know shit
Seattle.
about the
I'm gonna
Seahawks.
watch a little bit of tape overnight. But yeah, I'm very familiar with what you talked about, and I was gonna talk about. So I'm glad you talked about it, Ben. This guy right here, man. The college he went to, guess where? Fight on, USC. I'm very familiar with this guy. This guy coming out of college was one of those speed outside linebackers that could really get you when no one's looking, and he's done it. He's forced 2 fumbles so far in the season, which is pretty good. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, let me make sure I got the right team. He got the forced fumble, I believe, to Justin Herbert. They lost though. But yeah, this guy is somebody that we need to pay attention to. And like I said, and like Ern said earlier, Quentin Jefferson's on that team. A lot of other players are on this team besides just Ochene. Oh, I can't even say his name. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. He's their sack leader. At the end of the day, he's their tackle for loss leader. Followed by that, the next guy, he's at 8 tackle for losses. The next guy up is their D tackle in Al Woods, and then Shelby Harris that they just traded for from Russell Wilson trade. So their D tackles are actually putting in work because believe it or not, Quentin Jefferson has 3 sacks as a DT. Al Woods has 2 sacks as a DT, and both of them combined have 7 tackle for losses as DTs. So they got good DTs at the end of the day. Our offensive line has a little bit of a work cut out for them come Sunday, and that's why their rookies are doing pretty good in the secondary. Because if your defensive line is good, your secondary is good because it's less time that your secondary has to cover because of the pressure. Now on our side, it hasn't been the best besides Max Crosby, but we've seen what Max Crosby did to Russell Wilson. Hopefully, he could do it again against Geno. The best way to beat Geno is, I believe, he is a left-handed quarterback, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Sure. I have no idea.
So make him go to the opposite and make him throw those crossbody throws. Because he ain't no Patrick Mahomes at the end of the day. He's having good numbers, but he ain't no Patrick Mahomes where he could do the side. He could go to one side of the field where it's not his throwing arm and do a side. That's not Geno Smith. And the best way to beat Geno is make him go to the opposite direction. Now, this is where Chandler Jones comes into play because he plays that side. Chandler Jones, we need you to show up on Sunday, bro, because you need to really set that edge and force him to go Max Crosby's way because that's the best way you're going to beat him. Besides that, yeah, I'm going to have more of a preview tomorrow, and Ben will have more of a preview on his show later on, so I don't want to get too much in depth. Now let's go on to the news. Oh, go ahead, Ern.
What's wrong with having Malcolm Kuntz at the right defensive end with his hand in the dirt, right? And let Chandler Jones stand up outside where he can use his athleticism better because he's getting gobbled up by a fucking 330-pound offensive tackle. What's wrong with that? Is there something I'm missing why that scheme wouldn't work? Like, why are they not using that?
Bro, I can't even answer it, bro. It has to be Patrick Graham that answers that question, bro. If I'm keeping it a stack, because I don't know why he ain't playing him.
What's wrong? Why are we not using Malcolm Kuntz at right defensive end and letting Chandler Jones stand up outside of him at outside linebacker where he could use his athleticism? Because right now he can't use his athleticism because he's getting gobbled up by a 330-pound offensive tackle.
Well, I think it's because fucking Malcolm Kuntz is way too undersized to play a defensive end inside of Chandler Jones. I'd be like damn near a defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? Chandler Jones is because what's going to happen is Malcolm Kuntz will have that tackle, but what they're going to do is they're going to slide that line that way. So then the tackle is going to eat up Chandler Jones, and then the guard's going to eat up Kuntz, and then somebody on the other side has to eat. That's what has to happen. The
but
other
then
side
that enables Max to go pure one-on-one all the time.
I've been saying that all year, Ern. That's what I'm saying. It's simple, right? That's
It
why
seems
we
simple.
can't do shit. We can't do Max Crosby can't do shit because even when they're shifting to the other side, they won't shift there because they can't do nothing. Period.
There's no need to shift over there because we're not forcing
They're
them to.
shifting towards Max. I liked what I saw out of Clee though, bro. And I've been saying for the longest time, bro. I like Clee on the
Even
inside
that
of
have
Max
Clee-
Crosby, bro.
Even that, put Clee on the
Oh.
other side and have him with his
Oh,
hand in
big
the dirt.
balls.
You know what I mean? Have Clee with his hand in the dirt and have Chandler on the outside.
Hey,
of him.
I
Yeah.
want to clear something up real quick. My bad. Geno Smith is a right-handed quarterback. I'm totally wrong. I am
Okay.
sorry. My bad. Just the way he throws like a left-handed quarterback on his right hand. It's so fucking weird. But sorry. Make him go Chandler's way, and hopefully Chandler could fall out. Never mind. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. Just had to.
And Worm, just because he got a sack
What up,
on
Graham?
Mahomes doesn't mean he's not undersized. If you look at him having to go up against a guard, bro, with his weight, he's gonna get gobbled up, bro. The Kuntz needs
Yeah.
to play on the outside. He needs to be playing where Chandler Jones is at.
Yeah.
They need,
Yeah.
that's
that's his position.
Clee would be a better fit right there with the
Clee
hand
would
in
be
the
a
dirt.
perfect fit for that.
Hey, Clee has been
Exactly.
playing pretty good for the snaps that he's
Clee-
had.
Clee's one of the main reasons why motherfucking Chandler Jones was able to finally almost get a pressure and a sack
Yeah,
on fucking
yeah.
last week because Clee blew that shit up on the inside. And then on the last play of the game, Clee and Chandler created that sack for Max Crosby on third down or whatever, that pass rush to where he threw it out of bounds on third down. That was all from that putting Clee on the inside. I've been saying for the longest time, bro, when I seen Clee play inside against the Chargers his rookie year and inside against the Chiefs his rookie year, I was like, yeah, bro, that's his position. Put him and Max on the same side, bro. They should
Yeah.
be on the same side, bro, because Max Crosby has the weight, the size to be a pure defensive end, a pure pass rusher. Clee body shape, like he's like hybrid. He could be a defensive end, but he's more like a defensive tackle. I've been saying, I was
Clee
saying,
is built like Howie Long, where he could slide up and down the line and
Yeah.
play anywhere.
Yeah.
I've been saying who I was comparing him to, and when he was a rookie, was like if he can have a good career, he could be like Justin Tuck, bro. He does a lot of shit like Justin Tuck did, bro. Can play inside, he's not great at it. Can play outside, he's not great at it. But he's good no matter where you put him. And if you put him with a bunch of pass rushers like the Giants did when they went and got all those dudes and they won a Super Bowl with him.
Fact.
So,
And shout out to T6. He says, question for the panel: who should start at cornerback with Hobbs coming back? So, I'm gonna say right off the bat, Rocky Sin. The reason being is because you're barely getting Nate Hobbs back healthy. You want to very limit him. So you bring out Rocky Sin, who's very healthy right now, and then you next to Amik Robertson and then Nate Hobbs. The problem here is that Seattle has two good receivers. In DK and in Tyler Lockett. I think, in my opinion, two good receivers that could, do anything at any time. Not saying they're top 5 or anything. But when you have that much of firepower on the, I guess you could say, on the opposing offense, you need to put your best player, your most healthy player out there at number 1, and that's Rocky Sin as of right now. That's not saying overall later on it's not Nate Hobbs, but as of right now, just because Nate Hobbs is coming back, you gotta put Rocky Sin at number 1.
I got a question. Since we know Amik Robertson's been balling out of control this year. Tyler Lockett is 5'10", 182. How are you guys feeling about that matchup?
Tyler Lockett lines up a lot on the outside too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's primarily an outside receiver. He gets a lot of reps in the slot, but he's primarily an outside guy.
Have we been playing Amik primarily at slot? I thought I've seen him outside, like
Because you've seen him outside because Nate Hobbs is down. When we don't have no corners. You know what I'm saying? Until we had Averett back. He hasn't been playing on the outside since Averett came back.
So what are we doing with Hobbs this week? Are we starting him or are we playing him letting him come in later on?
I'm
or
letting him run,
down?
bro. It's been like fucking over a month, bro. If you're healthy, bro, you're playing. You're going on the outside. Him and Rocky Sin and fucking Averett's gonna have to play the slot. I think Averett might be better in the slot.
Okay.
They also have another receiver. He's 5'9", Marquise Goodwin.
Oh yeah, he's fast
Goodwin.
as fuck too. But he's old.
He's fast, so I think you put Amik there. You put Hobbs and Rockets in the outside, and Averett's still there, so you can still use them as backup. I think.
What's up, Eagle?
Even though he hasn't been the greatest, I think I still put Anthony Averett over Sam Webb. The only reason being is because he's more of a veteran than Sam Webb. And Sam Webb could still learn. Sam Webb had a really good game and then had a bad game, a horrible game last week. So he's very inconsistent, which is understandable coming out of an undrafted rookie. We gotta let him, mold. But we've seen glimpses of him. We also seen glimpses of failure. So for me, um, these matchups across the board are gonna be good because you also have to put somebody on these tight ends, bro. He uses a lot of those tight ends, like we said earlier. So you got to put somebody like our safeties, bro. Harmon's gonna need to have a big game. Trayvon Merrick has to come out. And we lost Jonathan Abrams, so we can't even put him in the mix. Um, these linebackers, Jayon Brown's gonna have some work cut out for him. Diablo's gonna have some work cut out on him. And I know we don't have that much faith in them, but that's our starters at the end of the day. So we got to have some faith in these linebackers to hold up the middle because tight ends attack that middle a lot, a lot. But yeah,
And they're going
so
to use all three of them
You know
too.
what's crazy? You know what's crazy is that this the Raiders fan base is so crazy, bro. Look how fast people turned on Sam Webb, bro. Like a week ago, motherfuckers was
yeah,
like praising Sam Webb, and this week it's like, oh, fucking Sam Webb's the worst player in the league, and goddamn, bro, fucking, we done switched up that fucking fast, bro. The same people that were praising Sam Webb, some of them same motherfuckers now hating on Sam Webb.
I know it's like
bro,
he just had a.
After seeing the shit that you guys see with Derek Carr, is anybody here surprised?
I ain't surprised, bro.
I mean, look, I'm same thing how I feel about Waller, bro. Motherfuckers changed up on Waller quick.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, I know he's not playing, but goddamn, bro. Like motherfuckers used to love him. Now motherfuckers want him to die and shit. Like, goddamn, bro. What the
Oh
fuck?
yeah, I seen that. That shit's
I
crazy.
don't want him to
That shit's
die. I
crazy.
just want him to.
No, I mean, I be over exaggerated shit, but I be talking like people go for they motherfuckers, same motherfuckers that was loving him. Now that he's fucking actually injured, the same motherfuckers hate his guts. Like, goddamn.
Hey, and that's what I'm saying, bro. People keep forgetting that Webb is like
We're the biggest flip flop fan base, bro. It's just crazy, bro. I
people
swear,
forget
bro.
that
One
Webb
minute
is
we love you, one minute we hate you. 1 minute we love you, 1 minute we hate you.
Hey, I think the stupidest saying ever is I give them their flowers when they're doing good and I take them shits away when they're not. Motherfucker, keep your stinking ass corpse flowers and dead ass shits anyway, bro.
I mean, it's as a fan, you criticize players when they play bad. That's just the way being a fan
I
is.
understand criticizing them, but like motherfuckers be like, man, fuck his bitch, fuck him, fuck everything he stands for. I be like, goddamn, bro.
No,
it's funny. Sam Webb was playing catch up. All he needed to do was stay square.
Dude,
and
he's an
not bite on routes.
undrafted free agent, bro. Like, why are we? Oh no,
I'll
bro.
let Webb develop.
He's a rookie.
Man.
He's a rookie at that, bro.
Yeah,
Calm down.
undrafted, bro. Like,
and
I mean, he's already making plays, bro. I mean, we seen him make plays in the preseason when he caused that fumble. That was
he's a
called
T Hall. Hey, that boy Hall, man. That boy Hall has some speed to him and blitzing, bro. The way he went after Russell Wilson, I don't even know who the fuck he was, bro. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't even know who the fuck this was. When I seen him get a sack, I was like, who the fuck is this?
I mean, people act like Charles Woodson like never gave up a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like his rookie year, he got smoked by Andre Rison multiple times, and look how he turned out. You can't tell from just you know what I'm saying, rookie season.
Teamer MVP, Teamer MVP. Yeah, Teamer has some work cut out for him on Sunday as well. And I seen earlier, I think Graham Camp said it. Let me see them go back up. Graham Camp said it. This is a perfect matchup for Morik to show what he can do. This is his time to really step it up because he's going to most likely go against tight ends, in my opinion. And we've seen what he did with Travis Kelce. He wasn't the best in the red zone, but now he's going against people that are less than Travis Kelce, but still good tight ends. Like I said, they got one red zone target, and then the other guy is just an overall tight end in Noah Fant. I think was the best weapon that Broncos had last season because of all the injuries with KJ Hamler and Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. There's a lot of injuries there, so I think Noah Fant was the most healthiest and best weapon that they had over there. So that's something that we need to look out for. But Merrick, this is your chance, man. You're gonna have some work cut out with you too, man. A lot of these players have some work cut out for them. And I just hope that they take what they did Sunday and they take that energy and they take that togetherness and they take it into Sunday and have that it's not over yet mentality. In a lot of our eyes, it's over, right? A lot of eyes, it's over. People are already doing mock drafts and shit. But in the players' eyes, if you have that mentality of it's not over, you will ball out, bro. And we seen it already.
All right, Eric. Well, I gotta head out, bro. Thanks for having me as
sure.
always, Ern. It's always great talking football with you guys.
You ain't got shit to do, Ben.
I gotta do my show in like a
He's got
little
a
over
show.
half an hour and shit, bro.
I'm fucking
I
with you.
gotta
Bro.
go do a couple things and shit and set up, and we got the thought bots in the chat, so shout out to them too. So all right,
Eric's
guys, I'll
Eric's
catch you
feed.
guys. Shout out to the chat, man. Go Raiders as always. I'll catch you guys later. See you,
Have a
Eric.
good one.
All right,
I'll
man.
send them your way, brother.
Have a good day, sir.
So Talak will be covered by Hall. Hall could cover somebody too. He's pretty quick, right? The thought bots up in here. Figueroa.
Figueroa.
Do you think Sidney Jones plays his revenge game? I think he does. I think he's gonna give us a lot of insight of Seattle, and that's the good thing that we got Sidney Jones there. I didn't see too many bad plays for Sidney Jones or even good plays, and he's
I
been pretty
didn't see
decent,
him
right?
out there
Um,
much.
And I think Sidney Jones might have a lot of play in this game because he knows a lot about Seattle. So, in my opinion, I think that Sidney Jones will have a lot of snaps, and I think he will give us a lot of insight in Seattle. So I think he does. I'm not gonna say revenge game, because revenge game will be like 2 interceptions or something. But I am gonna say he's gonna have a pretty decent game, and he's gonna have enough for us to like have enough information on Seattle to perform out there.
Yeah, from playing with those, against them offensive receivers and shit in practice, he's gonna know their tendencies. Let's
Mhm.
hope that gives us some kind of advantage.
Team right off the bench. Playing in the secondary is probably the hardest position to play. They have to guess the route and shit. Yeah, that's facts. Tyler Hobb was signed before this week. I know, and I didn't even know who he was.
I didn't either.
Watch me hate Hall next week. He's a rookie. Yep, facts. He's a UDFA, so we have to let him mold. I don't believe in personal attacks on players. That's facts. Webb, the new DC. Shout out to everybody. Man, Crujo was good, man. He says, we have these flashes with Hall and Powell like Webb did last week. Hopefully, one could step up and be consistent. That's the thing. I talked about Isaiah Palomar. I said that he would be ready next year because he'll be under, but now he's forced to start or have more snaps because of Jonathan Abram being out. And
Has he
Isaiah
even been
Palomar,
playing?
he did. He had a pretty good tackle.
Did he?
hmm
Okay.
And besides that, you see glimpses of these rookies and these younger talent have glimpses of good, and they have glimpses of bad, which is understandable coming from a young guy. So we gotta see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
All I want for Xmas is earn stop playing Madden, in my opinion.
Mike is crazy, bro.
Hey, if McDaniels ends up being the 7th seed, then I would be like, coach of the year, maybe. Like, bro, if he could turn this team from a 3-7 to a fucking 10-7, bro, that would be a great accomplishment. Would I say it's gonna happen? I don't know. I don't have that much
It's
confidence. I'm gonna take
possible,
it week
bro.
by week. It's possible, statistic wise, but I'm gonna do week by week. I'm gonna do week by week.
What up, Darth Prime?
What up, Darth Raider Prime? What's good, brother? Hope all is well. Shout out to EJ Raider. He says, so glad we nabbed Tillery. Really hope to have a D line of Tillery, Carter, and Crosby next year. Oh, Jalen Carter next to Tillery and Crosby. Oh my God, that D line sounds good. And you don't even have to pay that much. Tillery, you don't even have to pay that much. Carter's going to be a rookie contract, and Crosby has his extension. A
Yo,
really
what the
good D
fuck
line
is
that
up
don't
with
cost too much.
what's
I'm
up
all
with
for it.
Tillery? How the fuck did we land him? Like, why did they let this dude go?
Hey,
Bro?
I
He was
told people
decent.
about Tillery, bro. I said he's a good enough player to play on that D line, bro. He's good enough. He's gonna bring a lot of impact to this D line, and you seen it, bro. You seen it.
What was the Chargers thinking, bro?
I don't know what the fuck the Chargers are doing, bro. They're going through their own injuries themselves.
Wow,
Like, it ain't looking over there too good. I think they're 5-5 now. They're 500.
bro, we're only 2 games behind them. They were
Yeah.
supposed to be on a tear.
A lot of, and that's what I'm saying. I said a lot of good things about Tillery, and the fact that we have him, he's not going to cost too much. Then Carter, a rookie contract, Crosby, and then Chandler Jones is the only expensive contract on that D line. That alone, bro, is a budget D line that could still produce, and you can now waste the rest of the money on the secondary. Have some balling out corners, some balling out linebackers, and you got yourself a defense next year. I promise you that. So I'm rooting for Jalen Carter. Yeah, I could see why people are mad that we won, but that doesn't even make sense
I
that you're mad
can't.
that we won. It don't even make sense because at the end of the day, Jalen Carter is gonna be there in the top 5 picks. But at the end of the day, bro, I don't want to lose, bro. I don't want to lose. And I know this organized Ziegler already showed us what he could do with third, fourth, fifth round, sixth round picks. He brought up pretty good people. I mean, Dylan Parham was pretty good. Darren Mumford was pretty good. Zamir White showed glimpses. He hasn't had that many snaps. Brendan Brown is just inactive all the time. But these are pretty good from a third, fourth, fifth round, sixth round pick, right? So I believe in Ziegler in the first and second round to get even talent in the mid round or even in the late round. there's still some other good D tackles in the draft. Um, there's a really good one from
Ziegler is a good. He's a good GM as far as the draft. He's not bad in free agency either, bro. Let's see what he got in when he has a whole year to prepare. You know what I mean? And like get a good look at the personnel if he's going to keep them, get rid of them. What we're going to do as far as draft picks, holes to fill, and how he addresses them. Like having a whole year to prepare, that's going to tell us a lot. And I'm relatively confident in his ability to do that. The only one that's really in question is Josh McDaniels. Yeah, he had a good game. He got the looks like the team is the team is on board and shit, but basically where I'm trying to say is we're halfway to a win streak. We
Mhm.
haven't had a win streak all year. You win one game, cool. 2 games, you got a win streak. 3, you got a 3-game win streak. You know what I'm saying? And you roll from there. Right now, we're halfway to a win streak. Let's try to build on that shit in Seattle and do it moving.
facts, facts. Let me see. Trying to make sure this is clicked right. There we go. Okay. But shout out to everybody, man. If you guys can't hit that like button for me, I'll greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'm a fan of Ziegler and Kelly, and that's what I'm saying, bro. They're good. They're good scouts, man. And I think I have trust in them in the first and second round to get talent wherever they lie on the board. And you can see them even move up in the draft board, possible, or even move back. They're just those type of people. Shout out to Michael Guerrero. What's good, man? He said earn those, man. Um, yeah, I don't think Chargers could afford him. And like Nate said, it was like an Abram situation with them and Tillery. So facts earned, we could pull a Dolphins and go on a win streak. They were 1-7, then added a season with 8-1. Yeah, it's possible. Like I said, I'm not gonna say it's not possible, but it's possible.
They were in the same situation as us last year, bro. And then they turned that shit around second half of the season and got everything rolling, got some momentum going into the offseason, picked up some stuff in the draft, picked up some stuff in free agency, and look at them. They're favored to go to the Super Bowl right now.
Facts. And right away, we have 13 picks, right? I'ma say come draft time, I'ma predict that we'll only have 8 picks. Reason being, because that other 5 picks will be used in trades to move up and down the board. I'm telling you right now, they're going to move up and down the board. I said this last year when it was during the draft, and you could go look at my
I
draft lives.
believe that.
I said that they're gonna move up, and they did exactly that. Then I said they're also gonna move back, and they did exactly that. They're just that type of regime, and they got 13 picks to mess with. And I think that 13 picks come draft day will be 8 picks because of them moving up and moving down the draft board. And I think that's what they're gonna do. So you hear it right now. I'm gonna even clip this for freaking later on. If I'm right, 8 picks, hey. But I think we'll have 8 picks total. 8 picks total because we're gonna move up and down the draft board.
I'm gonna say 10.
Okay, okay. So you think we'll use 3 picks? I think we'll use 5.
Because if we're moving down, we're gonna pick up picks. Then moving up,
Oh well,
we'll
yeah.
give up
Okay,
picks.
what I meant is move down and acquiring a player. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Trading for a player. I think we trade for a player. I also think we move up the draft board. I think there's a possible chance that we move up the first round. A big possible, right? Lakers going on a run too. Yeah, we lost yesterday, but it's to the Suns. The Suns are a really good team. I mean, I can't say nothing.
Bruh, did you see Pat Beverly?
He pushed DeAndre Ayton, bro. He what think?
Nah, he gave him a forearm shiver to the ribs.
Hey, I'm glad. Shit, fuck, like
Hell
fuck,
yeah.
shit.
Pat
That
Beverly is
boy,
one of my favorite players.
he's funny. He's funny as fuck, bro. He's funny as fuck. Facts, Terrence. The tanking narrative was started by yeah, I don't even gotta say anything, bro. I'm not even gonna get into that. Don't always run with narratives, man. I like I said, I don't bring narratives over here. I just give you the real, you know. Okay, 8 picks with Maz ever. There you go. I'm gonna say 8 picks right now. Ern says 10. I say 8. Now, everybody in the chat right now, predict how many picks, and we'll all come back to this live during draft time. How many picks do you predict we'll have on draft day? Will it be the full 13 or will it be less than that? I said 8. Ern said 10. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Hit that like button, like I said.
I'm gonna go with 10.
I'm gonna go with 8. 8, 8, 8. Make sure to hit that like button too, y'all. Let's get a 50 likes. You feel me?
It
Jaw
would be
Raider
nice.
says 9. EJ Raider says 9. Michael says 8.5.
Look, I'm gonna say what I think happens. We spend our first round pick, our high pick, on a top quality player.
Okay.
Second round pick, we're gonna package that with maybe a 2 5s or something like that, a 5 and a 6, or however they're going to do that. And we're going to move from a second round into late first round and go after a guy that they really, really want. That's my bold prediction.
7.
EJ
Shout out to
Raider.
Raider. Sorry I skipped you, sis. Hope all is well, Raider for life. What up, sis? Hope all
What
is
up,
well.
Raider?
Good to see you. 7. We
EJ
doing great,
Raider,
bro.
good one, bro.
Yo, yo. You guys know that Mariota Zay comp picks could go up to a 4th and 5th rounders because they're starting. Yeah. That's the thing I'm really eyeing, Nate, because that's going to be very important. Very important, trust me. Let me see. But another thing, because we're on the college football type, if you truly want to see some of these players play in college and have a little bit of a head start, go watch this weekend, yo. Because I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the most exciting weeks in college football there has ever been. The reason being, there's a race to college football playoffs. There's 4 teams right now in the college football playoffs as of right now, as of, how do I say this? As of rankings, because only 4 can make it, right? As of this year.
There's only 4 slots available.
4 slots available, right? There is, of course, we have Georgia, which regardless if they win or lose, is gonna make it. Then you got, I believe you got Michigan and Ohio State, which Michigan and Ohio State are both playing on Sunday, which I think for Michigan, if they lose, they'll be out of the rankings, out of the top 4, out of the playoffs. And if Ohio loses, that could be something that you could really pinpoint. And everybody wants to talk about CJ Stroud and all these players, so go look at that game because that game is going to be a very important game, and that's where you're going to see really true guys being made. And I say that this weekend and the bowl games is where players are made for the draft and where they show their mark because these are big games. Another good game that you need to see is that Notre Dame and USC game. Why? Because to Notre Dame, it's going to just help them go up the rankings if they win, but they're going to play spoiler because USC needs to win this game. If USC wins the game, I promise you USC will get the 3rd spot and we will make it to the playoffs. Guaranteed. We need to win this game. So USC has a big weight on their shoulders come Saturday. Another game that you need to mention, I need to mention actually, is the TCU game. I'm just giving you some scenarios that you guys go look out, and there's some good players coming out of those colleges. Number 4th ranked TCU, which is in the playoffs right now. If they lose to Iowa, they're out. Completely out. They're undefeated. TCU is undefeated right now. So they need to go out there and win the next 2. I think they lose their bowl game and their championship, but I think they win against Iowa. But Iowa could upset TCU. That is a big weekend for TCU as well. Another big, I'm just giving you guys some scenarios ahead of time so you guys can watch these games. Another game that I want to talk about is LSU. They have a really good defensive end over there in BJ Ojolari that I think is right behind Will Anderson as of right now. I think he's behind Will Anderson. So if you like Will Anderson and you don't think we could get Will Anderson, go look at BJ Ojolari from LSU. They are playing the Texas A&M Aggies, and they're also fighting for a top 4 spot. They're ranked number 6. LSU is ranked number 6, so they're also fighting for a top 4 rankings. So go look at that game. Those are some scenarios as well. Another good scenario that could happen is Alabama. Alabama, I don't think makes the playoffs. This is the first time in a while that Alabama doesn't even make it. So if you want to look at Alabama and them rise up the rankings, go look at Alabama's game. Bryce Young is going to play Auburn. That's another good game that's going to happen. Besides that, another notable game, Tennessee and Vanderbilt. But Tennessee, they're without Hendon Hooker. Just to make sure everybody knows, Hendon Hooker is out for the season. It's come out. It's sad to see because Hendon Hooker was somebody that I really wanted in next year's draft, but he's gone. He's out for the season, so that's going to affect Tennessee a lot. And yeah, those are some good scenarios out there. Those are some good scenarios that you guys need to go watch.
You mean the Cal Bears ain't in there nowhere?
They're playing UCLA. Cal's playing UCLA. That's another good game you want to see. Battle California, SoCal, North Cal. But besides that, those are some notable big name colleges that have really good players coming into next year draft and also really good games. And if you like the game of football, those are some games to look at. I know EJ's a big Michigan fan, so he's rooting for Michigan to upset again Ohio because Ohio's the favorites. Michigan did it last year. Why can't they do it this year? So if Michigan could beat Ohio, that would be a big, 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 big.
You think Hendon Hooker's going to drop to the fourth round?
He'll drop to the fourth or fifth. It's just like Matt Corral. Matt Corral got injured in the bowl game and was out for a couple months, and he still got taken in the later rounds. Why? Because he's a really good quarterback, and just because that injury brought him down.
Bro, if he drops that late, bro, you should definitely be taking a
No,
look.
he's gonna drop, bro. I promise you, it's because of that injury, bro. It's because of that injury.
We
For
should definitely be
example,
taking a look at him.
John Michi and the best receiver you were talking about last year,
J-Mo.
J-Mo, they both dropped down. Why? Because of injuries.
J-Mo still
Also,
hasn't played an NFL snap, huh?
that's what I'm saying. Matt Corral dropped in the rankings as well because of injuries. A lot of things get affected by injuries. Eric putting in that college scouting. I'm telling you, actually another game that I want you guys to see. Utah versus Colorado. Colorado's 1-10, but they are a competitive team. We smacked them. They're playing number 14th ranked Utah. Utah's 8-3. Utah has really good corners. The corner that I talked about yesterday, the third, is another guy. Clarkson, the third, is a guy that you guys need to go look up and go look at him play. Another Utah team that wants to play for something better, which as of right now, I believe Oregon and USC is in the Pac-12 championship. So Bo Nix is going against Caleb Williams. That's something to monitor. And Caleb Williams is a Heisman candidate right now, bro. Caleb Williams is a Heisman candidate. Why? Has the best touchdown interception ratio and has one of the best QBR ratings as a college quarterback in the league. And yes, some may say they had. Oh, who has he played? Well, he just played UCLA. He played Utah, which actually is ranked two ranked teams, and now he's gonna play Notre Dame, another ranked team. And this is where we're gonna see what Caleb Williams could do and could do against the Senior Bowl. That's something to monitor of a quarterback that if we don't go quarterback this year, Caleb Williams is one of those guys that you need to monitor. And I know a lot of people are like, he's a USC quarterback, we need to stay back. But I'm telling you, Caleb Williams is way different than anything we had before
I've seen
recently.
him make some crazy throws in this last game against UCLA. I was like, whoa, that shit.
You got to remember
that's different.
The old USC quarterbacks that we had was started in USC. Caleb Williams didn't start in USC. He started with Oklahoma. He started in the SEC. So he knows a lot of competitive, and he took that starting spot. He wasn't even supposed to start, and he snatched that from Spencer Rattler, which we know Spencer Rattler. He just had a 6 touchdown game. He had a really good game recently against Tennessee. So no, Terrence. The good thing is that's why I said next year. Caleb is a sophomore. Caleb Williams is a sophomore.
He's gonna be crazy good, I think, in my opinion.
If I was Caleb Williams, I would stay there next year and then enter the draft as a junior. That's what I would do as Caleb Williams. So he's a sophomore right now. Jordan Addison is somebody that you guys need to monitor. A wide receiver that I would tell you guys, hey, go look at him, man. A speedy receiver could the top off the defense is a first round pick as well. I know we might not get him because it's a first round. But I'm saying go monitor him. He's a really good candidate over there. He's just coming off an injury. He is a Biletnikoff semifinalist as well. Last year he was the Biletnikoff winner. If you guys don't know what the Biletnikoff winner is he is
The best wide
the
receiver.
best receiver in college football. So he's again a semifinalist. Last year he was actually the winner. So for him to be a semifinalist in 2 years in a row and being injured for 2 games is something that you guys need to go monitor. Another guy that I want to talk about as well, and I'm gonna just give you guys a little bit glimpses. Like I said, I later on, I do my research. You feel me? Another guy that I want you guys to go look at is our he's one of the he's a finalist for the Ronnie Lott Impact Trophy, which goes to one of the best, I believe, one of the best defensive football players, if I'm not
The
mistaken.
best defensive back. I think it's safety in particular.
Well, he's a linebacker. This guy's a
So
linebacker.
that would be the
Well, linebacker slash safety. So yeah, I can see it right. So his name is he's our Samoan, practically our best Samoan on the team. I call him Tuli. Tuli, if you guys know him, he has the name of Turu. But I call him Tuli. Tuli is one of the best defensive players that we got on the team. I believe he leads our team in interceptions as well. He is a finalist for the Ronnie Lott Impact Trophy. And just to give you guys a little bit of insight on the Ronnie Lott Trophy, some of the people that have won it in. Hold on, actually, I had it the other day. Let me see. Give me a second. Some other notable guys that have won it is Derek Brown, the D tackle that we wanted to trade for. Trade for from the Panthers. Another guy, Jabril Peppers. We know Jabril Peppers from Michigan.
Michigan, yeah.
Also Josh Allen, the Jacksonville Jaguars player. Josh Allen's another guy that won it. Also another guy that won is J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt has won it before. Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr, Carl Nassib. Some Aiden Hutchinson. So a lot of good notable defensive players. So
Right, right.
so I'm telling you. So the lot Impact Trophy is presented annually, to I believe the most. What does it say? It doesn't even show. Um, s- yeah, you guys can pull it too. It's one. It's a defensive player that makes a lot of impact off the field and in the field. If that makes sense, that's what he is.
Got you. On and
So
off the field.
so his everything from athletics to you know sm- impact in the classroom, stuff like that, everything. So yeah, he's a finalist out there that you guys need to monitor, and I just gave you guys some of the people that won it before. So that
Hey, yo,
USC Notre Dame game is gonna be key. It's gonna be key.
I gotta run. I gotta help the wife get this shit ready for tomorrow,
For sure, I'm
Thanksgiving and
about to
shit.
go. For sure, for sure.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, dog.
Peace out, brother. Always. I do think USC is the better team this year, but Notre Dame has been doing damage this year as well. Like I said, USC got a lot to play for, so they got a lot of weight on their shoulders come Sunday, man. I mean, come Saturday. So those are some people to look at. So I still wish we could have waited for running back this year. I love this class. Yeah. And USC has a really good running back, which sadly went down with the injury and I think is out for the season. Travis Dye, man. He was a baller. Shout out to Raider Kojo. What's good, brother? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. But yeah, but those are some notable things on Saturday that you guys need to look out for. You guys need to look out for that. Look out for that. So, I gave you some players. I gave you some people that you guys should go keep your eye on. And the bowl games are coming soon, which I'm actually gonna do the USC Pac-12 championship. And if they do make the playoffs, I'm gonna do those games live on my channel, and we're gonna be USC is gonna be playing some really good, talented players on the opposite end. So we'll talk about some of the players with college. That'll be my college like live in a sense. USC games. Also besides that, so I'm gonna do the Pac-12 championship, which is gonna be Oregon, I believe, and USC. So Bo Nix, right? Bo Nix and a couple of the other Oregon players. I have their list and USC players out there, and then if we make the playoffs, we'll play against a really good Georgia team, maybe Michigan, Ohio, some other notable college football players. So shout out to you guys, man. So that's the end of the live, man. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Go to Raider Ben. Terrence, please, if you could drop Ben's link and every link, or at least Ben's link. Go over there, show support. He's in a preview the Seahawks and Raiders game. Tomorrow will be my preview. So around the same time, y'all. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. It's a Thanksgiving special. Raiders versus Seahawks special. And yeah, so make sure to stay tuned for that. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Blessings to you guys all. And remember to always keep it positive, man. And to anybody that wants to hear me go clap back to whatever happened, go back to the beginning of the live. So that would explain a lot of things. Like I said, I did it. I've allowed my DMs are open to handle it behind the scenes, and that is all it because sometimes things need to be handled off the air, right? So blessings to you guys all, man. Thank you guys so much. Oh, remember to always keep it positive. Sometimes never lasts, but tough people doing. You guys are some tough people on the way. I'll hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, and go over there and go support Ben if you guys can, man. I appreciate you guys. And stay tuned for tomorrow. Shout out to Jack Hanna. Shout out to everybody, man. Tomorrow, y'all. Tomorrow, early afternoon. Stay tuned on my Instagram, Discord, everywhere. I will post it and I will create it early in the morning. So stay tuned for that. Thanksgiving special tomorrow. Raiders Seahawks preview. Shout out to you guys, man. Blessings. Remember to always keep it positive. It was the S experience, aka your boy Eric, man. And have a blessed day. Peace out.